Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
The Raiders at 13-3 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Fields it right around the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that...
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes our score 17-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd and 7, Newton. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
Now here's Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Denzel Perryman just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 13 yards out.
And the Chiefs extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action, it's Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton eluding the pressure right. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Kansas City,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.